What does it take to forgive someone who stole your life? To shake the hand of the man who locked you behind bars? For nearly 3 decades, Nelson Mandela did more than forgive. He united a broken nation. This is the story of a man who walked out of prison, without anger, who chose peace over revenge, and changed the course of history. Nelson Ralihlala Mandela was born in 1918, in the tiny village of Mvizo. A child of the Thembu royal family, he grew up, herding cattle and listening to elders share stories of African resistance and pride. Those early stories lit a fire in his heart, a fire that would grow into a flame of defiance. Mandela studied law, but it was injustice he truly studied. As apartheid gripped South Africa, turning people into prisoners in their own land, Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, to fight back. When peace was met with bullets, Mandela made a difficult choice: to resist oppression by any means necessary. He was hunted, arrested, and in 1964 sentenced to life in prison. His crime: fighting for freedom. 27 years. That's over 9,000 days. Nelson Mandela spent them breaking rocks, missing his children grow up, and reading by candlelight. But the prison bars couldn't chain his mind. He read, he learned, and most of all, he prepared. While others would grow cold with hatred, Mandela chose a different path. He chose to forgive before he was even free. When he was finally released in 1990, the world watched a man who had every reason to hate smile. He did not call for vengeance. He called for unity. He did not seek retribution. He offered peace. And in 1994, Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa, voted in by the very people who once had no vote. President Mandela knew that political power was not enough. Real freedom required healing hearts. He invited his former jailer to his inauguration. He visited the widow of apartheid's architect, and he wore the jersey of the national rugby team, the ultimate symbol of white South Africa. That one moment did more than any speech. It showed a nation how to forgive. Nelson Mandela taught us that true strength is not in muscles or weapons, but in restraint, compassion, and purpose. Here are just a few lessons from his life. 1. Forgiveness frees you more than your enemy. 2. Patience is power. 27 years wasn't wasted, it prepared him to lead. 3. Lead by example. He didn't just talk about peace, he lived it. 4. Never lose hope, not even in the darkest cell. Mandela once said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." And he proved that by doing the impossible, transforming hatred into harmony. He passed away in 2013, but his voice echoes through generations. His story is no longer just South Africa's. It belongs to the world. What will you do with your time? With your voice, with your choices? He entered prison a rebel. He walked out a leader. He left this world a legend. Nelson Mandela, the man who forgave to free a nation.